Hello and welcome to another speed drawing video, or speed paint, whichever one you want to call it. Yeah, basically it's just me drawing a digital drawing and recording my process and speeding it up. So yeah, this time it is my original character named Brandi, dressed up as Amy Rose from Sonic. I always thought Brandi resembled Amy Rose a lot, and I feel like she could have possibly gotten I could have gotten inspiration from Amy Rose when designing Brandi, but I'm not really sure. I'm trying to think if I knew who Amy Rose was back then, but Brandi does resemble Amy Rose a lot, and so I thought I would draw her as Amy Rose. I've been doing this thing here lately where I've been drawing Brandi as different characters. Like, I've drawn her as Pomni, and I've drawn her as Kagamine Ren, like 2 or 3 times actually. But yeah, I sort of made it a little thing where I draw her as different characters, and it's kind of, in a way, it's kind of a way to like draw fan art, kind of bring eyes in, because people, you know, fan art is the kind of stuff that usually explodes, and then, you know, art of my original characters doesn't hardly get anything, you know. So it's kind of a way of putting my original characters out there into the eyes of, you know, people that are fans of these characters and stuff. So yeah, but this is Brandi. I think I've sort of turned her into like a cosplayer or something, because I've got several drawings of her dressed as different characters. So, but it's kind of cool to draw how she would try, you know, looking like these characters and stuff. So yeah, so I'm sketching out the everything. This is like a second sketch layer. So sometimes I won't draw like a second sketch layer, but sometimes I will. It's kind of like a step in between the rough sketch and like the line art. It's kind of like, it kind of defines the rough sketch a little bit. You know, it kind of makes the rough sketch look a little bit nicer. It's just a little bit easier to follow, I guess. Sometimes my rough sketches are really rough, and it's, you know, sometimes I just have like little circles or something in the hands, and then whenever I do line art, I just kind of have to guess where the fingers are and all that. So it just kind of refines everything, I guess. So I didn't grow up with Sonic. I grew up with Mario. I played mostly Mario games, but I had a friend that had a Sonic game and a Sega back when I was in elementary school. And I would go over to his house and we'd play it sometimes, but besides that, I really didn't play very many Sonic games. But I do really like the art style of Sonic. It's got a really cool look to it, and I kind of feel like quite possibly the art style could have had an influence on my art style, but I don't really know. I would like to draw some more Sonic characters, actual Sonic characters, and not like my original characters dressed as Sonic characters. But I would like to draw some Sonic characters and see what they look like, because I feel like my art style would kind of fit those characters pretty well. So yeah. Right here, I had an idea, like a vision in my head. I was like, well, she might look good if she were to show both of her teeth, you know, and smile like that, but I ended up not liking it, so I just went with the open mouth. It's funny right there, you can rewind it maybe, but I kept switching back and forth between both the open mouth and closed mouth, or closed teeth, and then of course right there I was trying the eyes and stuff, but I was trying to see which one I liked better, but like looking back at it, it looked like she's going so it just looks funny. I don't know, I'm amused by stuff like that. But yeah, here I am. I'm doing the line art. I've got a wild process of doing the line art sometimes. Like sometimes it'll just be basic, like 1 or 2 layers or whatever, but I try to keep in mind that I'll like color the line art, and I'll usually color whatever like the object it is. Like if it's like the skin, I'll color the line art like a dark version of the skin color, you know. And then the same thing for the hair. And usually I'll do the clothes, just leave them black or whatever, but sometimes I'll color the line art for the clothes too. But I put all sorts of like layers, like I keep in mind that the eyelashes and stuff are over top of the iris, and so I'll put like line art for the iris underneath the line art for the eyelashes, and then on top of that I've got like a layer for the hair that goes over the eyes, you know, and then there's like I think a layer for the skin, possibly a layer for the skin. It just depends. Like I try to keep in mind where each line will pass over and stuff, if that makes sense. I don't know, it might make a little more sense once I start coloring it. But yeah, I've got kind of a sometimes like a complicated way of drawing the line art, but sometimes, you know, I just want to go like a basic line art, so I'll just leave it just black, and I'll just leave it all on one or two layers. Usually I'll put like the irises on another layer, just because like if I color the irises, the line art for the irises and stuff, it just makes the eyes look really cool, even if the, you know, the rest of the line art's black or whatever. But yeah, so there I am, just, you know, working away at the line art. I can't think of anything else to say. I don't know if I couldn't tell if I really like that little wrinkle on the side of her like stomach there. It's supposed to kind of bend right there, but I'm not the greatest at, you know, folds and clothing and things like that. You know, most of the clothing that I draw are just, you know, there I am trying to make it look a little bit better, but most of the clothes that I draw on my characters are just, you know, basic and, you know, don't have many wrinkles in them or anything. So but yeah, there's her shoes. I cannot think of anything else to say. I would love to keep making more videos like this, but and I probably will, but, you know, it's just finding time to draw and record myself drawing. And usually when I put like a screen recorder on and record me drawing, it kind of makes me a little nervous. But I really like how this one turned out, you know, so. But yeah. So there I am, just erasing little parts there. And there's Amy Rose. Now I'm coloring it. So what I do, I have my fill tool set to like, I have it where it like expands past like a certain point, like it doesn't just, basically it's supposed to kind of leave out, fill in like some of the holes and stuff. Oh, I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say, but I also I have it set to like all layers, so like I'll have like a color layer, and then I'll just have the line art and just I'll kind of just fill it in. For the longest time I didn't know that this fill tool had that feature, that it would you know, fill up to like a certain like the line art or whatever. So yeah. And here I am coloring the eyes. For some reason, like the very first thing I do whenever I finish the line art is I'll just color the eyes, and then I'll leave it at that, and then I'll find another time to finish up all the like shading and stuff. I don't know. I love the way the eyes look whenever I get them all colored and stuff. I use like a light blue for the shadows of the eyes and the teeth, and then I'll put a layer above that shadow, and then I'll put like, you know, like white and kind of draw like little like shines on the side, whatever you call them, make it look like the eyes are real glossy. I love how that looks. But here I am, I'm coloring the hair. Usually when I'm shading and coloring, I'll sometimes like I will use just like a low unsaturated like blue or purple, and just, you know, put it on like multiply on the blending mode, and then lower the opacity a little bit, and I'll shade like that. But sometimes I will use my own colors for the shading, and whenever I use my colors, I will try to shift the hue a little bit. Like for the pink here, I shifted it over. For the shadows, I shifted it over to like closer to like the violet, because it's pink, and so I kind of shifted it a little bit closer to the violet, kind of like a darker violet for the shadows. And then I think I actually used the highlights like a light violet, I'm not sure, or pink, I don't know. But basically, like, you know, for like blue and stuff, for like a lighter blue, for the shadows I'll go for like a royal, darker blues, you know, and then like the highlights would be like a cyan or whatever. Yellow, I'll usually use like a gold yellow, or like a closer to the orange for like, then like darker for like the shadows. So kind of like that, you know, I'll shift the hue a little bit, and it makes it look cool, I think. And something else I do as well, which makes my drawings look really almost 3D. I've been like doing this thing that it's like a backlighting. So like what it'll be like, so I'll have like a shadow. You see the shadows are on the left side, and then I'll take that shadow, I'll put like a layer above that, and I'll make it like a lighting over top of that shadow, so it's like a backlighting, and that always just makes it look like 3D almost, which I think gives it a really cool look. You see right there on this, like the left side there in her dress, you can see like a light over top of that shadow. It just makes it look kind of, you know, like I said, 3D, sorta. Like it just makes it look like, I don't know. Something I noticed while I was drawing this is Amy Rose. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but like for like the design of Amy, but Amy Rose has like Christmas. She looks like she has like a Christmas dress on or something, you know. I don't know, maybe not quite, but like, you know, it's red and white, you know. She could use some like green on her dress somewhere. I don't know. But yeah, and here I am, I'm coloring the line art. What I'm doing is I'm putting a layer above the line art, each line art layer, and I'm clipping it to that layer, and then I'll just color over it like that. So, and usually whenever I, you know, want to see where that layer is, I'll put that layer in like a color mode. So that's what happens whenever you see it showing up as blue. That's so I can see where the lines are on that layer. So yeah, it just kind of helps me to get everything colored and stuff. Yeah, that can sometimes be like a tedious process, just going through and coloring all the line art. And the way, or at least the way that I do it, you know, some artists, they just kind of throw color over it, you know, like sometimes they just have like a single color, you know, but I go through there and I make sure, you know, like each color, the line art around it is like, you know, the same color, but like darker, you know. I don't know. And here I'm experimenting around with like putting like a little outline around her, and then a shadow, trying to figure out what color to make the shadow and all that. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where the lighting is, you know, and where her shadow would be cast. And I was trying to figure out an overlay like over top of it, and I think I like it, and I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, it just took some like experimenting around with and stuff. Here I am, I'm putting some more like lighter highlights, whatever you call those, in her hair. It's on my name. And then I noticed I forgot to color in like the color details for the lips and tongue and everything, so I'm coloring that in. And I noticed I felt like the lips needed to be a little bit darker, so I changed the color there a little bit, and that's it. I finished it. So this, I really like how this turned out. Yeah, I think it turned out really well. But yeah, I had a lot of fun making this this drawing of Brandi as Amy Rose. I don't know, maybe if you have any other ideas of who Brandi should dress up as, you know, maybe let me know. I don't know, maybe we'll draw it sometime, I don't know. I've been really liking drawing Brandi as different characters, so it's always pretty fun. But yeah, I guess I will end it here because I'm already out of things to say. So yeah, hopefully if you like the video and you want to give it a like or whatever, you press that like button or comment or whatever. If you don't like the video, at least be respectful about it, you know, and either don't say anything or, you know, let me know what things I can improve on. I don't need comments just being mean or rude, you know. There are literally like thoughts that people can keep to themselves, you know, and they don't have to go around trying to ruin other people's lives or whatever, you know. But yeah, I got a couple like weird comments recently. It's funny, it happened about the same time, so I don't know. But overall, like I get a lot of really nice comments and support, and yeah. But I guess I will end it here, and I will see you in the next probably speed drawing video. I don't know what I'm going to draw next, what I'm going to record myself drawing next, but we will see, I guess. So yeah, take care, and I hope you have a good weekend or day or whenever it is you're watching this. So yeah,